Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Season of Arrivals intel. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a glitch that has returned. It's an oldie but a goodie, and this, like the title says, will allow you to farm power through the use of the new UMBRAL Engrams while completely AFK. That's right, you won't actually have to do anything for this specific farm and glitch. Gonna get to all the information regarding this in just 1 second, but first I just want to remind everybody, still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 25,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notifications, that bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comment section to be entered into this giveaway a second time for this video. And remember guys, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, go back, check out another video. We got a lot of good stuff. And of course, do it again. Alright, so recently we've been talking about all the new uses and glitches, farms that are available currently in Season of Arrivals due to the UMBRAL Engrams, the new Engrams that have sort of replaced our legendary Engrams. And these things have quite a few advantages, especially right now, because as far as we know, and I don't know how long this is going to last, but for the limited time, we have the ability to get fully upgradable UMBRAL Engrams. And what I mean by fully upgradable is that they are decrypting at whatever your max light is. So it'd be your light of your gear plus whatever you have from your artifact, thus giving you the ability to continuously upgrade your gear and reach the level cap of 1060 in a day. But let's say you're somebody who can't actually play the game all that much. Maybe you do have to work during the day. Maybe you just want to get some stuff done while you're asleep. What do? You do what we're going to be talking about next. Now, this particular glitch has been around for quite some time. It goes back, I believe, to year 2 Forsaken. I can't remember what the very first seasonal event that we had, but that was when it was really sort of utilized best. Big shout out to Pyro Gaming. I believe he was the person who first covered this. But it's gone through several patches since then, and certainly wasn't as viable in the last couple of seasons, other than being able to simply farm out some XP. And it was a slow farm of XP. Maybe some glimmer from time to time. Occasionally when there was a seasonal event early on. But right now, you can actually use this particular glitch to farm out UMBRAL Engrams. And that glitch, of course, if you haven't guessed it already, is the old Black Armory Forge glitch. If you don't know what a forge is, because you're just new to the game and you didn't play in year 2, and you have the fortunate ability to not look upon those times and realize that you wasted many hours running around a circular room, or you're just like me and you want to forget about it, a forge ignition is essentially this type of public event, yes, another type of public event, through an initial queue. So it'd be like you queued up a public event, not like you do now where you rally a flag and one starts. This was an actual playlist. But it did have one great advantage, and that was that regardless if you completed a forge ignition, and there was 3 phases to every ignition, or not, you would still get something at the end of it. If you completed the forge ignitions, you would of course get whatever the loot was from the Black Armory and possibly some other legendaries. But if you didn't, you would still get some glimmer, you'd still get some XP. And it wasn't long before people realized that even if you failed out completely, meaning even if you didn't even start doing any progress as far as the forge completion was concerned, you would still get something at the end. And if you did absolutely nothing, you would have a clock would slowly tick down from 50 seconds after about a previous 10 seconds, so you have about a total of a minute to throw a node into the forge. If you didn't do this at the end of 50 seconds or a minute, you would essentially end the engagement. The forge ignition would be discontinued. You would get whatever little loot you were allotted, so some glimmer and maybe some XP, and then you'd be immediately queued back into another forge. And this was the real big exploit, because allowing a forge ignition to tick down did not make you go AFK, meaning if you don't do something for a very long time in Destiny 2, if you're just sitting in a place for more than a few minutes, you'll be sent back to orbit. This does not do that. At the end of 50 seconds, which isn't long enough to send you back to orbit, you fail the engagement, you fail the encounter, you fail the forge, and you're just re-queued, because that's what forges do. They just re-queue you at the end of every single completion unless you decide to back out of it. And because you get re-queued, that cancels out any inactivity that would send you back to orbit. So the game essentially keeps you playing. And in this case, for some reason, at the end of every failed forge completion, we are getting the full roll of this particular exploit, because Umbral Engrams apparently drop at the end of a failed forge completion. They drop at the end of everything. They drop at the end of Crucible matches, some Nightfalls. I can't imagine why they decided to use a forge as a way to farm these things out. But they actually have about a 30% drop rate, so you're not going to get one every single time. But like I said, you could stay in a forge for hours on end, simply just letting them play out over and over and over. And at a 30% drop rate, that means you're going to get 1 in every 4 with an Umbral Engram. And then using the glitch that we already know to upgrade these, you're going to farm out everything in the simple night. You'll be max 1060. One thing you're going to want to do to prep for this is you're going to want to lower your light level to below 700. I suggest if you have an old mask in your vault, or maybe some old armor from back in year 2, there is a bond available to all subclasses that you can buy, I think, from your collections tab, which is white with 0 stats on it. So it's just an old white piece of armor with a 0 stat. That will lower you significantly. But then just, find anything else you can. Maybe even start up a new character if you need to get low enough. And it might not matter. The reason you want to do that is so that you get queued into other people who are doing this as well. So there's nobody trying to actually complete a forge that you are just keeping from doing so. It's a way of being somewhat considerate. Other than that, though, most of the time, I think in this situation, now that we know this information, you're going to find a lot of people that are doing this already. So if you just see a bunch of people standing around, you know you're in the right place. If you don't, maybe re-queue just to be considerate. But I'm sure after not too long, you'll just get the right group of people that are just sitting here farming it out. You also get the material, though the name escapes me right at this moment, that actually allows you to focus your Umbral Engrams, the seasonal material. Transmatic molecules, let's call them that. I can't remember the name right now. But you get those too. Every so often you'll get about 50 for just sitting here. That's it. So overnight, if you want to hit tomorrow running with your ability to farm up to 1060 power in several hours, this will cut that all down. You'll have everything you'll need. You'll have the upgradable material. You'll have the Umbral Engrams. All you have to do is go back to the Drifter, open them up, upgrade them, and do what you need to do to fully complete any one character or multiple characters. And just another recap, even though this is in my past couple of videos, you do have to focus your Umbral Engram, so you have to go to the transmatic capacitor. I don't know, the thing that's next to the drifter. I always forget the names of these things. But the thing that allows you to focus the Umbral Engrams into a specific piece of gear. I believe it's going to need to be an armor piece, as I haven't had the any of the armor, anything other than the armor pieces actually turn into the higher level gear. The weapons seem to just drop where they say they're going to. But that's just a heads up. Maybe you'll have better luck. Maybe it was just my gear was all at the same level at that time. And of course you will need to fill in the gaps to get your level up, but with the ability to sort of select, if you have enough Umbral Engrams, it'll kind of do it for you. And then you can always go cash in some stuff at another vendor if you need to, just to kind of fill it in. But you can see how to do that. So that's going to be it for all the information in today's video, guys. Hopefully this helps you out quite a bit. You can farm your full power while you're sleeping. Good luck. And for the secret hashtag today, type in a season of the worthy. That's or season of the worthy. Oh my God, last season, having a brain fart. Season of the arrivals. Excuse me. Hashtag season of the arrivals. That's always a good one. And any other thing that you feel is maybe relevant to this video, leave a hashtag down below. We'll enter into that giveaway another time for this video. And as always, guys, I'm Wilhelm Scream. We will see you next time. Little.